is Montgomery, and I will be explaining how the vulnerable populations are interconnected um, through their specific factors. The categories are homelessness, poverty, mental illness, addiction, violence, rural migrant health, and infectious diseases. They're all interconnected with various factors that affect those seven vulnerable populations, and they kind of stack onto each other. Nutrition, for example, affects homelessness and poverty, what your nutrition status is, what you're available to obtain. There also is some prejudice. If someone has some sort of addiction or mental illness, there's that prejudice that makes them vulnerable to sort of stay within that type of vulnerable population. When someone is stressed, it increases their likelihood to addiction and also to violence. Being in a stressful situation also is due to poverty. Poverty causes stress. Stress causes a lack in ability to sometimes maintain a proper head that you can kind of think clearly and know how to rationalize in certain situations. And as we kind of work our way down, education is almost a factor in all of these. It relates to homelessness because those that lack extended education or proper education are usually homeless, cannot find proper jobs. They then live in poverty. Sometimes they have a mental illness that prevented them from getting an education. They are now homeless and are living in poverty. Those that are violent are often not highly educated. Those that live in rural areas or migrant in the migrant population often don't receive proper education or extended education. And then the last two and most significant that kind of encompass everything are economic and environment. Economic obviously affects homelessness. If you have a monetary ability to provide a place to live, then you won't be homeless. It kind of goes in hand with poverty. Do you have a steady income? Those that are mentally ill are usually not able to carry a job. Those that are more likely to be violent come from those with lower economic backgrounds. People that live in rural areas do so because they usually cannot afford to, and those that are migrants are not always able to receive a steady or a decent income to provide for their families or themselves. And those that have infectious diseases usually not able to have the proper economic backing to take care of those diseases, to stop them or cure them. And then also the environment. The environment for infectious disease, are the people living in environments where it's very susceptible to get them and give them to other people? Are they in a rural area where they don't have access to healthcare? Those that are in different violent areas, or they've seen parents or family members or are just around violent people, that can cause it as well. People that are addicted to various substances, they're in the environment, whether that they're being surrounded by it all the time or being people that are provoking them, that can cause that population as well to kind of be stimulated in that. And then as well as your environment for poverty. Are you in an area of poverty where you can't really get out? So it's kind of like all of these intertwine with each other. Environment, economic, and education kind of being the three main ones. If those are lacking, they kind of all cascade on each other. If someone has a mental illness, it may cause them to have an addiction to something, which prevents them from getting a job, which makes them live in poverty and prevents them from being able to have a home. Or maybe the home they can afford is in a rural area, causes them to get an infectious disease, and so forth. Thank you.